There we go. Wouldn't be a Xerid stream if something wasn't broke. There we are. Whew. That's what I get for installing new video drivers. It messes up all my sound stuff because, you know, that's how things work in the realm of computer. Ugh. Oh, hey, I'm in the wrong place. Now I'm in the right place. All right. I was in the streaming area in the wrong server. That is how sleep deprived I am. But hello, ladies and gentlemen, watching on the VOD, any of you watching live, welcome to the casting for the Lolz tournament, number 5, Hellstørm Armagëddon. In a little bit, we will be joined by Captain Nemo. And/or the Kiker, as you know, it's nice to have more than one commentator. And yeah, unfortunately, the Kiker is having some tiny furry baby issues and is at the vet. I do hope everything is alright with his tiny furry babies. But he'll be here.
Hey, I am here.
Hey, it's that Nemo guy. How you doing, Nemo?
I'm doing quite well. Yourself?
Doing alright. Exhausted. Had some issues with my stream. Fixed it real quick. Ooh. Ooh.
It wouldn't be a stream without technical difficulties.
Right? Right? That's what I was just saying. That is literally what I was just saying. It's just it's not complete.
Hopefully you get them out of the way early so they don't pop up during the games.
Oh yeah. Mine was I had like just installed new video drivers. And of course, because I installed new video drivers, that screwed with all of my sound settings because NVIDIA, right?
Yeah,
sticking their
sure.
fingers where they don't belong.
Yeah, you're screwed if you don't update the drivers, and you're screwed if you do.
Yeah. It was really it's been really great because for the past like week and a half, 2 weeks, whenever I installed my previous driver, I've had an issue with videos where as they played, the audio and the video would slowly get out of sync. And so I'd have to pause the video so I could sync it back up. Now that doesn't appear to be happening anymore, but I don't know what other kind of problems might be present, but
yeah, we're just gonna hope for the best.
Yeah. But all right. Just waiting on folks to get here. Currently, it looks like we are missing a single player.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like
we had 2 subs and they were put on the teams almost immediately.
Oh wow. Yeah. So while we're here and waiting for things to get sorted, because it looks like we're needing yet another sub, let's go ahead and talk about the brackets for this tournament. as with previous tournaments, we have, we have some mandatory ships every round and some banned ships every round. With the mandatory ship in round 1 being an Executioner and a banned and the banned ship being a Colossus.
That's interesting. I like both of those, actually. Mm-hmm. I really like forcing an Executioner because it's a ship with high potential, but not a lot of people play it, especially at like a higher level.
Yeah, it
kind of forces them to play around that. Like the nice thing is their mandatory ship is something with a lot of potential. It's got mobility, it's got high alpha damage, a little bit of CC, and a great escape. But you have to be able to hit the shots and manage your energy.
Yeah. It's just, it's. I'm having a hard time deciding whether the Executioner or the Enforcer is the better ship to bring, because with the Enforcer you get a little bit more flexibility with that right mouse button, the taser, with that little teeny tiny slow, but more importantly that silence.
Yeah, the ability to disable is very strong.
Versus having the AoE slow potential from the Enforcer. And for me personally, the Enforcer is a lot scarier because of that, but that's mostly because I'm dumb and I never ever notice that slow is being applied until I can't move.
Yeah, yeah, it happens. And also another thing is, while not a ton of people play Executioner at a higher level, that also kind of plays into the favor of having a forced Executioner pick, because not as many people know how to counter it well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Enforcer it's no stranger to tournaments, for sure. And there's a lot of people in this tournament that are good on Enforcer and good against Enforcer.
All right.
Which one is streaming? Yes. Proper answer.
All right.
Okay, it looks like we've got everyone from the first 2 teams.
All right, before we begin,
which the teams for this first bracket match are Team Morbid Panther. No, never mind. I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, we are going to be watching
Ragnarok Rave for sure.
Yeah, we're going to be watching.
I was right. It is Morbid Panther.
Yeah, Morbid Panther and Ragnarok. Yeah, Ragnarok Rave. Man, these names.
I'm just glad I don't have to type them.
Right?
This is going to be good. I'm interested to see who goes Executioner on each team. That's like, the force pick is awesome in this format. Okay, let's get started. Ready.
All right, let's get to it. Morbid Panther versus Ragnarok Rave. Oh my god, we got a fractured space.
Righteous.
All right. As a quick overview, in each round there's going to be at least one banned ship and one mandatory ship that each team has to have. This is a double elimination tournament. So, assuming one team gets a perfect tournament, we're going to have at least 4 games. All right. Initial picks
so I'm
coming out here. So, you have you have Morbid Panther. I've got Ragnarok Rave. All right, initial picks coming out from Ragnarok Rave here. I wasn't expecting it this early, but I mean, we are going to see it again later in the tournament. We've got an Overseer from Elite Milan right now.
Ooh. That's his main ship, really. Very strong on it, but I'm kind of surprised he pulled out this early. So far, we've got Xerid on the Infiltrator, with Shadowness deciding to take the mandatory Executioner.
All right. An Infiltrator and an Executioner. That Infiltrator pick, I think, is very, very interesting. I'm not sure that it's the best pick to go with, but we're going to have something very interesting coming up here. Oh, from Ragnarok Rave with GB Planet here. Oh, and the last minute switch. Rook was about to take the Black Widow, but he has now come in with the Infiltrator, and then, wow, Centurion and Brawler as the finishing picks.
I see they're definitely, both teams are definitely playing around the Executioner with 2 disarms per team.
Yeah.
That is super strong in Gamma. They can take that Executioner's damage offline for like 10 plus seconds.
Yeah, but however, I'm seeing right here Morbid Panther making a really, really interesting move with picking that Centurion there, because Ragnarok Rave doesn't have a heavy.
Yeah,
there's no
true.
heavy here. That is a lot of hit points that can just be shaved off the entire enemy team in Gamma if he gets that AoE off. And let me see. Do we have an ability? Nope, we have a disarm on the Protector, and then for Rook in the Infiltrator, he has a disarm pulse, so it doesn't look like there's any ability disable.
Yeah,
to potentially answer that Centurion.
That would be interesting, but I think that going the disarm is still the prudent choice.
It is. Yeah. I mean, having that based off of just one ship would be a bit much, but it is still very interesting. All right, starting off here in Alpha, we've got Rook in the Infiltrator with Planet LP in the Executioner against Jurg Kenobi and Vicious Chicken. Really not going to be in favor of Team Ragnarok Rave in this lane. Not with a Furion and an Infiltrator.
I think they might be able to get a pick.
I think
possibly, but if they draw out the fight, it's not good.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a dead Rook here in a second. I could be wrong.
Shadowness already falling to Elite Milan in beta.
Wow.
And Rook's gonna cloak back up.
Very, very quick first blood right there. I was expecting a little bit longer, but you know, we got some really high caliber stuff coming out of Elite Milan. Looks like Planet LP gonna go ahead and just melt. While
Jurg and Chicken turn their focus to him.
Yeah, while
just gonna
Rook
disappear.
focuses on Kent. Kent rocking that near beam. with
Oh, tried to go into cloak, but they're gonna hit him. But I don't think they'll secure kill. Nope, doesn't look like it.
not quite. Both protectors running near beam. Not something I've personally been able to master, but I have seen firsthand the effectiveness of that particular.
Yeah, it's not as good as it was in the past, being really honestly overpowered for a time, but it's still, for most healer pilots, they still consider it to be the strongest option. So over here in beta, looking up, we've got Xerid and Shadowless squaring up against Milan and Iriger. Ooh, with Grooves landing the harpoon, forcing the jump, but the Overseer beam is gonna catch him most of the way, but he's still gonna make it.
Yeah. Both teams pretty even, going into a minute left on Gamma 1. You're gonna go ahead, slip behind the enemy team, grab that base to be annoying. Nice safe move. Hey, I don't want to get shot at. It's really close to Gamma. We want to try and get us some extra minerals.
Zoeth realizing they've only got a minute, so he's not gonna push the fight until they start jumping out here in beta.
Yeah. Oh.
Over in
Alpha,
we have
in the Protector jumping, gonna get taken out right before Gamma. Oh, the pick was made.
That's
a double pick.
That's a good play.
Man.
Doing 2 down. They're gonna be in right as Gamma starts. Which is, while they are going to be in time, that's a pretty hefty disadvantage, because you want to have time to set up, especially as a healer.
Yeah, that is a very tough position for Ragnarok Rave to be in. I don't think they're even going to go for.
Who is Rook going to get Furion though? He is. Rook picks Vicious Chicken with an Ion Blast.
Well, that's at least one member of Morbid Panther that is not going to have Gamma. It doesn't look like Ragnarok Rave is even really going to be able to contest, but they might be able to get a pick. Oh, and I am wrong. The bar is going down. But then immediately goes back up. And then goes back down as I pause to sneeze. Oh, goodness. Rook taking a beating.
Man. Rook very low, not gonna quite get killed by Xerid's Ion Blast. Now Xerid is caught out of position on the top of Gamma.
AoE from the Centurion comes out, only catching 2 players, but that is still a hefty amount of damage going out. Xerid and that Infiltrator getting caught up. Oh!
Not getting picked.
Rook coming in. Is that disarm gonna go out? Is it gonna be enough? No, but he's still gonna get Vicious Chicken as Shatterness misses.
Still alive all this time. He jumped in on their side of Gamma.
Yeah.
And it's been kept alive until now, where Zoeth is gonna take him down with Centurion.
Yeah, and even Ragnarok Rave is doing really well. It didn't look like they were gonna have a snowball's chance of getting this Gamma coming in. Not only did they bring it around, but they've had mine advantage this entire time, so they are currently up about 1,000 minerals. And they are gonna get just a couple more kills at least. That is fantastic for Ragnarok Rave.
Yep. Groove's just gonna jump out.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna survive.
Wow.
Leaving Morbid Panther alone in Gamma without the buff and without mines.
Ooh. Very, very well played by Ragnarok Rave right there. I was not expecting them to be able to turn that around, but they were very calm, very methodical. They focused their fire, they landed their shots, and it went in their favor.
Yeah, and the aggressive play by Rook, with that healer backing up, really worked out.
Yeah,
jumping on their side of Gamma. He's got a little bit of breathing room when he pops the disarm, but other than that, the healer really kept on him, kept him in the fight.
Yeah. Oh, Grooves in that brawler has hooked himself a Centurion. He's got himself caught, but is he going to be able to make it out?
Yeah, Centurion, one of, if not the tankiest ships in the game. At that range, he can just eat shots.
I'm still really confused, though. The entirety of Ragnarok Rave was right there. Well, there's one guy off in the other lane. But they had 4 people there, and he was jumping. They might not have killed him, but they would have taken him down to at least half.
True.
But regardless, Ragnarok Rave have almost the entire map right now. They're gonna go ahead and jump into the base.
Taking the beta fob uncontested.
Ooh.
And Milan is not going to get the beam on the target he wanted.
Yeah, but that was right as Xerid left, so they've only got 4 in here. They are slowly capping. 10% already gone down.
Yeah,
they are
Grooves has
focusing
pulled Vicious Chicken in and just chewing him up. Centurion overloading, though, hoping to get him off.
Yeah, bringing down the Protector really low. That's going to be a very dead Protector right there.
Oh, it's going to drop. This is a good defense overall. This is where Centurion really helps, but they're still losing ships.
Yeah, the stasis buoy right now from Shadowness is doing plenty of work, holding that brawler just dead still, letting him get all those shots
out
in.
there and open.
And of course,
well,
yeah, of course,
Rook here gonna take out Shadowness, and then he's just gonna jump.
He didn't make it out, but I mean, 24% for a couple of kills. They traded 3 deaths for it, but all of that mine time, they're up almost an entire level right now.
Yeah, it's with only 2 minutes 40 to Gamma 2 as well, so they've got like maybe a minute to recapture mines, but other than that, they can't be pressing any fights or losing anyone.
Yeah. Team Morbid Panther in a bit of a spot. How will they possibly make it out of this? Find out next time. No, right now. We're finding out right now.
No.
Alright. Nothing much going on at the moment. 3-man push in beta from Morbid Panther. Let's go ahead and jump onto that Centurion. Just nice and safe. Gonna sit at this mid base. Don't push. Don't worry about it. There's 4 guys there. Don't
Jared
wanna
skirting around the outside.
Yeah.
He's gonna go for the mine.
Nobody wants to stick their nose out.
So it doesn't look like he's going to be going for a pick of anyone here on Ragnarok Rave.
Not immediately, but there's Zoeth with the overload. He's going to get 2 guys? Yeah.
Ooh, that puts Irriger low enough that this Ion Blast is going to take him out.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
spawns are short enough at the moment that he'll be back in well in time for Gamma.
If only just, yeah. He'll be back up in time. Everybody else, go ahead and dipping out. That is the entirety of beta lane and 2 out of 3 in alpha
this is
for Morbid Panther.
A nice comeback, actually, from Morbid Panther. They did exactly what they needed to do. They capped up the lanes, and they only pressed the fight as much as they needed to hold the mine.
Yeah.
Without being too aggressive.
Ragnarok Rave is going to have time to get in there and go for some caps. However, Morbid Panther is using that time to go ahead and set up for Gamma. All of them are in there a good 30 seconds before Gamma's even going to pop up. And we're going to have Ragnarok Rave trickle in.
Looks like Rook is going to go for mid-mines, so they're going for mid-mines in both lanes, but this gives Centurion so much time to set up. They're pairing the stasis buoy with the overload.
Ooh, plenty of damage going out on Grooves and Irriger, but that Protector Bubble doing work by preventing some of that damage.
Oh, for sure. Irriger really taking the fire here. He's a bit exposed to Xerid on the top.
Going
And the
down
shot
very
from
quickly.
Shadowness is gonna finish him off. Xerid dropping to Rook.
Trading
in turn.
a healer for a DPS. Not the best trade ever, but I mean, you do have Kent Kenobi for Morbid Panther to deal with. That is not a healer that you generally want to have to deal with.
Taking a lot of damage from Vicious Chicken on the top, but everyone's pushing up on Cat, and they're just gonna drop him.
Yeah, we've got good trades so far. Rook and that infiltrator though, gonna go down unless he's able to get some cover between himself and the enemy, which doesn't look like they're gonna let him.
Nope, he is gonna go down. Shadowness.
Another
Using his
Centurion
total flank.
overload.
Ooh, he is gonna hit Planet LP, but not for a whole lot of damage.
Is it gonna get him? Oh! And
Ooh,
Ragnarok
man.
Rave gets 2 kills at the same time right there.
Yeah, leaving only Zoeth and then Xerid just coming in from spawn.
Yeah, with the Protector coming back up for Ragnarok Rave, they are going to be in a pretty good position. He needs to get those heals out, though.
Yeah, Milan's pretty low, but he is kind of on the back line of this fight. Not in any real danger at the moment.
Yeah, there's only so much you can really do about an Overseer. They are very, very maneuverable. And there we go. Gamma 2 for Ragnarok Rave. They didn't have mine advantage this time, but they still are up in mineral count. They're going to get some more picks before everything is said and done, and 4 people with Gamma as opposed to 3 last time. So they're in a good position.
Yeah, and I think there's a possibility they could pick Irriger here. Maybe even Milan as well.
Yeah, that Centurion overload coming out, that's going to be plenty of damage. Not applied to both ships. Elite Milan.
Beautiful shot by Shadowness onto Irriger. Gonna drop him and remove one more buff from Team Ragnarok Rave.
Yeah. Elite Milan was able to get out. Is Grooves will not be able to get out, robbing them
No.
of 1 more.
Cocky jump in front of Shadowness. Shadowness aim on point right now, dropping 2 ships with the buff.
Yeah. Very,
That's
very
great. It gets them one, it gets the gamma buff off the table for just 2 more ships. And you gain increased resources for destroying a ship with the gamma buff. So
Yeah.
that kind of lessens their resource deficit.
Yeah, that's a really good set of picks for him. Ooh, Planet LP not fully repairing before going in. He's at half health. That's
He is
a
at half health,
very risky move.
but he should have time to heal up at the fob. I'm assuming they're not going to want blue team Morbid Panther is not going to want to defend for an extended period of time here at fob. Even with only 2 people with the buff, they're still pushing en masse.
Yeah.
GB Planet jumping back. And in Alpha, Vicious Chicken and Shadowness actually pushing in
Yep.
to
it
Ragnarok
looks-
Rave's
It
base.
looks like the base race is on. The call to take Beta 1 has come through for Ragnarok Rave. Are they going to be able to get it before
Kent
their home
Kenobi
base
on a
is captured?
sliver of health. He's going to drop.
Grooves has come back. Are we going to see any more come back?
45% jumping out now. 50 keeps going up. 2 versus 1 in the cap, but they're going to jump back.
So it looks like,
Fear of losing this fob.
yeah, looks like they're going to come back and defend Beta 1. They're going to pick off Elite Milan. They're probably going to get
Centurion
Rook here as well. They're going to get everybody.
2,000 health. But that disarm actually gave him time to heal up in the fob. This is really, really nice job from Team Morbid Panther. They they took 55% of Ragnarok Rave's base in one push while also defending their base in beta.
Yeah, that is really, really good for them. And, oh, Alpha is still open. Are we going to get the cheeky back cap from Shadowness here? He's in position to do it. Is he going to go? It looks like he is.
Oh, this is so good for them. Holding the mines. Like, they're going to have 9 as well, despite being, like, a level and a half down earlier in the match.
Yeah.
They're going to be right caught up in time for Gamma 3, where it all matters.
See, this just goes to show, like, how not only like the skill of all the players involved, right? Because you see any of these names on an opposite team, like in a regular pub game, and you're kind of going, oh.
It's like,
man,
well, this one's not going to be easy.
Yeah. I have to fight against that. Dang it. But, I mean, the amount of skill we're seeing on display by all of these players, the whole time, Team Morbid Panther have kind of been fighting from behind. They haven't been able to keep up. But they're still in a good position. They've got half of Ragnarok Rave's base captured. They aren't all in Gamma right now, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I see, is that I think it would be in their best interest to be setting up before Ragnarok Rave, as they do have the Centurion, which can really disrupt a formation. But here, Ragnarok Rave is they're all waiting.
They're gonna go for the jump back. We see one of these every single tournament.
I see the ping. Oh, beautiful. This is awesome.
There we go. The turnaround comes in.
Shield up, leading the charge. This is Chicken melting Irriger.
How is this gonna play out? We've got Grooves has his harpoon onto Kent Kenobi. Is he gonna be able to turn it into a kill? Yes, him and Elite Milan get the deeps there, but Irriger also going down. Shadowness, the current focus target for Ragnarok Rave. Are they going to be able to take him out?
Grooves taking a lot of damage here with no healer. Brawler is quite an easy target. But
AoE disarm comes out.
Seeking cover.
Is he going to be able to make it work? The AoE coming out, getting themselves
1,000 health.
A brawler.
And he's going to drop. Shadowness going to die for it, though.
Just trade after trade.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is a fight right here, guys.
Yeah. This is absolutely amazing. This is so incredibly tense. Vicious Chicken and that Furion alive by just a sliver of health, but you know what? If you've got one, you're good to go in Gamma, and that's gonna net. Oh man!
Shielding him here, and they have the Gamma 3, but Chicken is gonna die when Zoeth drops the shield.
Elite Milan,
but here they are. They've got 2 people with G3.
Oh
with
man!
3 of Ragnarok Rave still respawning.
Jurg coming in, getting himself Gamma.
He's not gonna last.
No,
though.
he's not. He's not gonna last, but it doesn't matter because Zoeth is still up in that Centurion. He still has Gamma 3. He's gonna capture Alpha, and he's just gonna sit there. He's just gonna sit there, and he's gonna wait for the rest of his team to show up. Because Ragnarok Rave can't afford to move right now. Because if they all come through, Zoeth is just going to ignore them. He's going to jump right in. He's going to have just enough health to survive, maybe, with his boost.
Oh, I believe, yeah, totally on that Centurion.
Yeah.
Here we have Rook stalking Kent from above the fob. But they're just going to hold it. They're waiting for their team to spawn in.
Oh, Elite Milan in Gamma trying to get his hands on Shadowness, but he's not going to be able to do it.
Shadowness is going to make it out. So that leaves 4 here from Team Morbid Panther. And Xerid spawning in 5 seconds.
Alright, watching Rook right here.
Yep, he's ready to pounce on that protector.
Yeah, he's gonna try and shred him. I don't know if he's gonna be able to pull it off. That is not a whole lot of DPS. Looks like the pings are coming out from Morbid Panther. They're gonna go for the jump in. There we go. Rook is gonna go for Vicious Chicken, trying to get that Fury in. He's not gonna get a whole lot of damage off.
Not gonna pull out the Ion Blast, so here they are.
Jumping onto Elite Milan here.
Oh, this beautiful push behind the Centurion shield.
Kent Kenobi being focused down by Elite Milan here. And Rook, is the pick going to happen? It is. Don't go out of the bubble, Elite. All right. Now the Furion getting focused down. That pick going through as well. It looks like Ragnarok Rave have successfully defended.
Ooh, but there goes Centurion dropping Rook with Irigar following.
All right,
Shadowness.
that's
They're still in this. They're capping.
Yeah, that Gamma 3 buff on that Centurion is paying off in a rather large way. Their Infiltrator goes
still
down.
Gonna drop. Cruz on not a lot of health.
Zoeth in that Centurion trying to get an angle on Grooves, but he's not going to do it. Gamma 3 runs out. It's just Zoeth left. They're not going to be able to do a whole lot with a single Centurion.
Yep,
So,
it's going to Gamma 4, but look at the cap difference. 24% of Morbid Panther's base has been taken, and that was in a very early push, while they now have 72% of Ragnarok Rave's base. And Zoeth is just going to stall at the moment.
Wow.
He's just going to sit here, he's going to do damage with an overload, and he's going to suicide before 2 minutes, which you really want to do to be back off respawn in time to set up in Gamma.
Yes, very.
Both teams really in a good position here. Everyone's going to be in for Gamma as long as someone is not lost.
Yeah, man. Both teams displaying copious amounts of skill right here. We normally get at least 1 or 2 nail biters out of For the Lulz tournament games, but I don't remember one being in the first round.
Yeah, first game? Damn.
Oh, this is very impressive. I don't think we're going to see the jump back attack strategy again. I could be wrong though. It might do a lot of work. Jurg going for the cheeky back cap in Alpha. The entirety of Ragnarok Rave sitting there in Gamma. Looks like they're not gonna go for the back cap for the jump behind in Gamma.
Instead of Centurion.
Yeah.
Xerid capping Alpha 1 fob 40 seconds to G3, and Rook is going to come in and try to defend.
Yep, he's at half health, not in a good way. Not going to be able to stop that enemy infiltrator. Kent Kenobi is melting in Gamma, but
Grooves
is
dropping as well.
This is tense. 70-80% cap here in the base. Rook is going to be able... Oh, they're disarming each other. Elite Milan had to jump out. Gamma's not even up yet. Oh, man. But Morbid Panther has more people in there. So many members of Ragnarok Rave have jumped back to the base. Yeah, Morbid Panther is going to get Gamma 3 uncontested with 3 members. Wow! Wow!
Man, that is fantastic. Dropping Irriger. GB Planet looks like he's soon to follow if he doesn't have his blink back, but he's going to blink. Still in range, however, of Vicious Chicken. Furion with G3.
And that's...
pumping out the damage.
That's the game.
That's it.
Wow.
Good game. Well played. Morbid Panther and Ragnarok Rave with the win going to Morbid Panther. Well played.
Wow. That is so good.
That is a fantastic first game to start off the Lolz tournament. Beautiful.
Absolutely fantastic.
That is exactly what I want to
Tons
see
of work
as tournament.
going on there with the positioning of Morbid Panther being what ends up winning that game. That jump behind in that first game of 3 with that back cap from Xerid and the Infiltrator just ends up working out. Why don't I see the results screen? Because I got 0. I didn't contribute anything. That's okay though. But I mean, if we look at the scoreboard right here, right? I want to point something out. All of these numbers, except for one, are pretty darn even. Support points. I mean,
Yeah.
that those generally aren't any kind of indicator on who's winning. They're just, you know, showing who's getting support points. But
and Centurion does kind of farm them support points with its amazing kit.
yeah, but I mean, just look at how close these numbers are. The biggest difference is 2, and that's with the caps. Everything else is 1.
Incredible game.
This
Close game. Like, oh, that is awesome.
That is so good. Well, that sets the tone for the entire tournament.
It really does. That is sick.
All right. So let's see. Do we have updated brackets? No, that is the first game. Oh no, but the other game has finished. So out of Thorn Castle versus Dragon Plague, the other game that we were unable to watch because there's only 2 of us. I mean, I can't do that. It looks like we have a victory for Thorn Castle. Rocking, what did they rock?
2 forward attacks, Reaper and Interceptor, a Centurion, their forced pick of Executioner, and Bodman's on the Paladin.
Wow. Versus an Executioner, Centurion, Leviathan, Interceptor, and Paladin. Centurion, Leviathan combo. Doesn't sound like it would be very good. But you know what? That mark target plus fusion beam, holy crap.
Disgusting damage.
Holy crap. But all right, let us check in with the Major General. I have a feeling I know which game we're gonna be watching.
Yep.
But always a good idea to check.
Oh, so he has posted the updated
Brackets.
bracket. Morbid Panther and Thorn Castle being the winners. Coming into, since the amount of teams, we're kind of skipping some of the rounds in the bracket, going straight to round 4.
Yeah. Do.
Man, this is such a good first game. Like I'm hyped over that. That game was beautiful.
Alrighty. Yeah, I agree. That's absolutely fantastic. Okay, we need to get a hold of somebody in Morbid Panther and or Thorn Castle. Alright, let me go ahead and yell at people. Oh, there we go. Hey, the announcement just went out. So I'll grab you here.
Why, thank you.
I mean, normally, you know, I take somebody out before. Oh, wait, no, I'm not gonna make that joke. This is a family-friendly stream. No, it's not.
It's an attempted family-friendly stream.
Right? This is a Saturday morning cartoon stream where all the jokes seem PG, but mom and dad, you know, have one or two thrown in there for them.
They get it.
Yeah.
Who is host?
Hosting, that would be Mr. Bear.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him to throw me into spectator, because I am not prepared to play.
You're not prepared?
I did not sign up to get beat in that battle.
I mean... Ooh. Man, I'm sneezing all sorts of stuff today.
Yeah, Centurion. Expecting more Centurion picks. It is the, in my opinion, the top performing heavy at the moment, especially on a coordinated team.
Yeah, Centurion. Centurion is one of those ships where you're in a pub, you see somebody pick Centurion, you're just kind of like, I mean, whatever. I know how this works. I guess I can deal with it. But as soon as you get in comms with one other person, all of a sudden, Centurion. Yes, we're going to own all of the faces. It will be glorious.
Because it pairs with anything.
It does.
Like, you can increase damage. That is never, ever a bad thing.
Yeah.
As well as having an extremely versatile kit, being ungodly tanky as well. So you don't have to worry about healing your Centurion buddy a whole ton. While he goes, overloads in their face, blows up their formation, and increases your damage. There's so much to love about that ship in a team setting.
Yeah, it is probably the most team-centric ship in the game outside of the healers, which, well, they're healers. I mean, what do you want? Wow, just as we're sitting here looking at the lobby, I noticed the teams are, it's just over 300 MMR difference, which is nothing considering the amount of MMR we've got on display here.
This is true, and one thing I would like to say is Zoeth, the Centurion pilot, or Morbid Panther in the first bracket game, really performing extremely well on that ship.
Yeah. Doing tons and tons of work, right? We didn't see a whole lot of the screen coming out of the Centurion. It is so easy to throw that up in moments where it really doesn't need to be doing anything of the sort. But if it's when you use it to its maximum effect, like right there at the very end. He was able to throw up his shield because he knew he didn't have to fight. All he had to do was exist inside the enemy team's bubble. That's it. I don't need to fight right now. Screen, whatever. You guys can just deal with it. And really thinking about it, I think that's the only time in the game that we saw that being used.
Yeah, and he did also use it as well for team pushes when they all huddled up in that little huddle of indestructibility behind a Centurion shield with a protector there as well, able to throw down the bubble if needed. Oop,
all right.
Yep, okay, thank you. You got it. I was just about to type that. Forgetting something. Mandatory ship for round 4 in the winner's bracket. Enforcer with the banned ships being Colossus and Punisher.
I don't think anybody's really concerned over those particular ships being banned, because while the Colossus is very powerful, it just doesn't have the DPS to warrant bringing it in a situation like this.
Yeah. It has unavoidable damage, but it doesn't have that fast, decisive damage to finish off a target.
Yeah. It's the classic big ship where all it's going to do is it's going to sit on you and go, you have to pay attention to me. You have to pay attention to me eventually.
Yeah.
One of these days. And I mean, yeah, if you don't pay attention to it, it is going to murder you, but you don't have to pay attention to it until you've murdered everything else, which is the big weakness for it.
Yeah, and it's strong against lights and healers, but I don't foresee lights really being picked turn. Some of them are rather powerful in the right hands, but usually it's not worth the risk of having such a squishy ship in a coordinated fight that really revolves around Gamma.
Yeah.
So
and then
I don't see that.
And then looking at the other band ship, the Punisher, it's a nice solid little ship, but I don't think anybody's gonna take it over the Pioneer. Simply because
it's similar DPS to the Pioneer with a little bit of more of the damage being damage over time and kind of backloaded damage instead of the upfront from the Pio and the nuke and etc. So it does Punisher does also excel against healers and lights from so much plasma and AoE, but again, it lacks the decisive damage of like a forward attack or something like that you really want to push through the enemy line in these Gamma fights.
Yeah, you also trade away the utility of that reveal sector you get with the Pioneer, which is one of those abilities that you know, looking at it, it's like, okay, yeah, I can see why this is useful. I guess it's pretty good, right? But no, you don't get it. That is like one of the most potent abilities in the game. Having the ability to hit one button and know exactly what you're dealing with, provided there's no cloaker in lane, is so ridiculously powerful, especially in the early game.
Oh, for sure. It's one of the very overlooked abilities that I think definitely has a place to shine in coordinated combat, because knowing where people are and everything in the lane, especially in relation to the Gamma timer and the SOAR, is very, very important. And if you can have a ship that can give you that information basically for free, then why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's free. It's on a ship that does respectable deeps, is not made of paper. You know, and it's just it's got. Well, I was about to say it's got a detect too, but I mean, so does the Punisher.
True.
About the only thing I could say awesome about the Punisher is in this specific round, since the Enforcer is required, you would have that shield there to...
Yeah, the shield is very strong against like ability disables and forms of CC that require the projectile, such as the shock, and very strong against just alpha damage in general, because the biggest advantage you have with the Enforcer going into a fight is that you do a ton of damage up front and quick. So you're putting them at an automatic disadvantage within 2 seconds, and then they have to catch up to the damage you've already dealt to them.
All right, first picks coming out. A Reaper and an Enforcer for... Okay, I gotta bring up the team names here again. For... Which team am I watching? Thorn Castle.
I'm watching Morbid Panther.
Okay, so
Paladin and a Furion so far. So Kent Kenobi on the Paladin. He played Protector last match. Vicious Chicken, excuse me, on the Furion once again.
Mm-hmm. We've got Bodmans on the Paladin once again. A Centurion on both teams.
Yeah.
And an Infiltrator coming out.
This time, instead of Xerid playing the Infiltrator as he did last game, he's going to be the one on the required Enforcer with Shadowness taking over Infiltrator duty.
This is going to be very interesting because Thorncastle is going very obviously with the Reaper and with the Reaper, Interceptor, and Centurion. That is about as buzzsaw of a comp as you can get. About the only thing that they could do to make it just more of a maw of destruction is if they could trade out that Enforcer for a Brawler. If they could do that and get somebody that lands harpoons, then you would have the ultimate buzzsaw comp. But they can't do that, so they're just going to have to deal with it.
True, but I do think the Enforcer also fits the comp well, as when you have all high DPS ships, such as if they did have a Brawler and the 2 horde attacks, they don't have any alpha damage other than a Centurion Overload and the Interceptor Gauss. So it is nice to have a close quarters assassin, basically, if you will, in the form of the Interceptor, not Enforcer.
All right. Starting off the match, I'm following Vicious Chicken in the Furion. 4 members? Yeah, 4 members of Morbid Panther here in Alpha with 5 of Thorncastle in Beta. It looks like we're having opposite Lemming Day, which I mean is fine.
I guess so. Bear boosting through,
jumping onto Shadowness here.
Up. Same thing on both sides.
Yeah.
Both Enforcers boosting for third mine, capping, and then they're gonna be jumping out.
This is silly.
Both teams, they're mirroring each other right now. The Enforcers did the same exact thing. Just wow, and they both jump home at the same time. That's interesting.
This is silly. This is a bit excessive.
Yeah, that's like.
You guys,
Did you agree on this?
Stop it, you guys.
Fight each other.
Right. All right. Actually, on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on to Gilstone here, as we have a 3v3 in Alpha. Centurion, Furion, Paladin versus Paladin, Centurion, Enforcer. Which looks like it's going to be a lot of poking and going, no, just don't.
Yeah.
Stay back there. I don't want to fight you. Nobody wants to fight, but over in Beta they're fighting. Oh, jumping onto Xerid here. Interceptor Reaper versus Enforcer Infiltrator. With Shadowness coming up from behind, getting that AoE on to everybody. Actually, he's about to.
Ooh, with the disarm coming out. Reaper hugging him, but he's gonna get. Ooh.
Xerid is just. I'm out, man. I'm out. You're dead.
Charging the Gauss, and he dropped. So not gonna get the finish on Shadowness.
Yeah, Shadowness is going to go ahead and make it out. Really good for Team Morbid Panther there. They're able to get a pick. That was first blood. That was first blood after almost 3 minutes in. That's a pretty long first blood.
Yeah, it's with 2 teams with such aggressive damage and brawling ships, like Team Morbid Panther with the Infiltrator and the Enforcer. That's a very strong gamma pair just in itself.
Yeah. Watching Zoeth here.
The other team going more of a DPS route. These are teams you would expect would want to kind of push fight.
Yeah, there's not nearly as much aggression here as I thought there would be. Oh, Zoeth in that Centurion, he's out kind of late. Considering Gamma
Man,
1,
he
is he gonna make it
tanky,
out?
though.
Just so. Ooh, that's a nail
More
biter.
power of the Centurion. Then we have
Jumping onto Raveron, who's
Xerid.
gonna go down.
But he does have heals now.
That's not gonna matter versus 2 ships. The mommy shroud comes out.
He Shroud OP.
Is he gonna be able to survive versus those 2? Yes, he is, thanks to Bodman's. Gamma is up. Gillstone in that
Starting.
Centurion.
Vicious Chicken hanging right on the edge of the bubble here. They do not want to be too aggressive until their Centurion gets in. Zoeth leading the charge for Morbid Panther.
I expect a charge from
Bear
Gillstone here.
Jumping
right
in
now.
on Ken, taking a lot of damage.
But the charge from Gillstone comes out, getting himself a
Man.
Kent.
A lot of damage.
A lot of damage. No flex tape's
Centaurus
gonna
just
fix that.
melting Jarig.
A dead Enforcer. And the charge comes out from Zoeth. How many members of Team Thorncastle is he gonna catch? At least one.
Centaurus
2.
gone. Shadowness dueling Bodman's over on the other side, but Paladin, despite being a healer, is definitely not defenseless. Being one of the best combat healers there is. Shadowness gonna drop here.
But that is Gamma 1 for Team Thorncastle. They have done very well. They didn't have all the map, but that's okay because they're still putting out
both
tons of
sides
damage.
actually very even on resources at the moment. Both coming up to level 5.
Ooh, Gillstone
With
getting
that
dunked.
kill on Glistone actually getting them a nice lead. Getting that resource bonus from a Gamma afflicted enemy. And another. That's
Wow.
good. 2 good picks there. Despite it only being Gamma 1, you still, that resource bonus is very nice.
Yeah, only 2 members left out of 4 that had that Gamma buff.
Yeah, with Gamma 1 isn't really strong enough to do the Gamma 2 siege down a lane and push for the win. But it's more of a Gamma used to hold and control mines in the early phase of the game, where it's not quite powerful enough to go doing sieges and stuff like that, but it definitely gives you an advantage when pushing in lane just to hold them mines.
Yeah, just the amount of damage you're able to put out at this particular point in time versus respawn times really makes it tough to pull off unless you just are able to grab the enemy team piecemeal. Ooh, Mr. Bear gonna go down as Morbid Panther puts in a really strong push. They're not even gonna care. They're gonna go for the base race. Yeah, you guys want a base race? Oh no, they're gonna go ahead and fall back. At least 2 of them. Because Thorncastle is coming in. They do have that 2-member Gamma 1. 30%.
Oh man, Morbid Panther needs to send someone back. They're capping fast, but not fast enough. Vicious Chicken gonna go down really soon here. Those forward attacks
Is it
on them.
gonna be quick enough though?
If Vicious Chicken survives, look at the cap catching
Wow!
up.
Head
70.
to head.
Vicious Chicken has dropped now though.
I don't know who's gonna
They can-
win.
If they can
There we
get
go.
Riveron,
9. There we go, and that's the game.
Wow.
A Gamma 1 push
G1
from
push,
Ragnarok Raid
less
or
than a
Thorncastle.
5% cap difference on that base rate.
Wow! That wasn't even 10 minutes.
That wasn't even 10 minutes. That's incredible.
That
5% difference.
Wow.
One push from Team Thorncastle with Ragnarok Rave with the back cap almost getting it despite not having the gamma buff and
Yeah.
the base siege at the same time.
That's I don't even know what to say. I mean, both teams were very, very sure of themselves. What's the actual match timer? Oh, it doesn't tell me. We'll be able to see later. But yeah, look, we didn't even reach 10 kills.
No, that is a very stark contrast to the last game, which was a Gamma 4 win for Morbid Panther, with Thorncastle taking the victory right here. Wow, that is really surprising. I did not expect anything of the sort. In fact, I expected that game to probably be another G4 game.
Yeah, that was... Oh, that should have gone on so much longer. It's not even showing the time on the result screen.
Man, that is awesome.
That...
Like the variety of techniques we've seen so far in just the 2 games that we have provided coverage for has been really, really broad. I mean, we had a G4 win that had a variety of different things: back capping, rear jumps, all sorts of stuff. And now here we have a G1 win that could have really went either way. Like,
yeah,
which is amazing.
It was so neck and neck right there. I couldn't even say anything because I was just going, wait, who's winning? Somebody's winning. Now somebody else is winning.
Yeah, it just back and forth on the percentage, but in the end it came down to Team Thorncastle killing 1 member of Morbid Panther in their base.
Yeah.
And just gaining that little cap advantage.
Man,
that's incredible.
That's insane. See, this makes me I want to participate in tournaments. I want to be in a tournament. I want to do stuff like that, man. God, I should have started commentating. I could have been a contender.
Reveron, there will be VODs of this, and I believe Xerid, will you be posting like a raw video of it to YouTube?
Yeah. I basically as soon as this is over, I will be turning around and throwing up the raw footage on my YouTube channel. If you want to, if you don't have my YouTube channel, if you just go over to twitch.tv/Xerid, I've got a big YouTube button down there. I don't really post anything hardly on there, so it'll be really easy to find. But yeah, it'll be up pretty promptly.
Great.
So
yeah, Reveron, you got multiple ways to rewatch this. Got Xerid's point of view, which you'll be able to see from his YouTube channel and the VOD on his Twitch, as well as my point of view from my Twitch channel.
jeez.
Awesome. Like this is crazy.
See, I'm both upset and not upset because, like, that was an amazing game, and I got to sit here and I got to watch it live. But now, now we're waiting for the other game to finish.
Yeah, like that was an amazing short game. Usually, short games like that indicates that it was really one-sided, because usually Gamma 1 is not strong enough to push up a lane and finish with. But even though that is kind of what ended up happening, if I could speak, it wasn't quite that black and white, because Morbid Panther was in their base too, actually outcapping them for quite a while.
Yeah, yeah. This was just your classic base race with that little bit of an edge, right? You know, it was going to be one team, and then it was going to be the other team.
Yeah,
Just
when they were climbing neck and neck, one percentage after the other, I was really tense seeing who was going to end up with the faster cap.
yeah, I was. You don't see stuff like that very often, right? I
Oh,
can't.
you do not.
I don't even think I need a full hand of fingers to count games, to count all the games that I've seen end quite like that.
Yeah, it's like I said, usually when you see a game end that early, it's under really one-sided circumstance and nowhere near the neck and neck cap race that was.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome, but yeah, thing is, it does leave us here waiting for the other match to lead. Well, man, this has been great so far.
So yeah, all right.
Exciting variety of games.
I just noticed. Next up is round 5. You know what that
Ooh,
means?
I need to take a look at the bracket. Oh, this is the one when we first hopped into the channel, this is the one we were
Yeah.
discussing. This
Yeah.
is the interesting one, in my opinion.
It
So
will
for,
certainly be the one to see.
so for round 5, we have Overseer as the mandatory ship pick, with the banned ships being Colossus and Punisher as before, with the addition of Basilisk.
I don't think anybody is going to be picking the Basilisk.
I mean, if it wasn't banned, I actually would have liked to see a Bassie pick
Mm-hmm.
because it's one of the only things that can lock down the Overseer.
Yeah, I think that might be the reason it was banned out. Actually,
Yeah.
as I'm looking here, um, the results for the other game were just posted with a victory for Team Ragnarok. So congratulations to them. Looks like we're going to see Team Morbid Panther versus Dragon Plague next. And yeah. This is
Awesome.
gonna be good.
Man, this
Thank you to Ragnarok Ray for coming by. Or wait, did I get that wrong? Of course, I got that wrong. Yeah, Ragnar or
I'm constantly referring back to the Discord to remember.
yeah, Dragon Plague. Unfortunately, this is a double elimination tournament, and Dragon Plague has now lost 2 games. Congratulations to those guys for putting up a fight. Like, as much as it sucks to come into a tournament and lose your games. It's it's what happens sometimes, but you guys definitely put out a performance, even though I don't think we watched either of your games.
Yeah, I just don't think it ended up working out that way.
Yeah, we still love you is what I'm trying to say. We still love you in a
And thank you very much.
Yeah, in a totally appropriate manner, I promise. All right.
So apparently the lobby's weird. But yeah, thanks for coming out and joining this tournament. It's great to be able to show your dedication, participation, putting away the time to make it, and of course, participate and look forward to Lolz tournament. Which is, we're proving, it has been lots of fun so far.
Whoa.
These are always fun. Okay. Let me get you back in
Yeah,
here.
well,
Wow, got all kinds of invite. The acquired first pick EQ. Yeah, grooves. If you're really into that kind of thing.
I mean, there's nothing saying that the teams can't do pick bans if they want to do pick bans.
This is true. If they were to both agree.
Yep. There is no rule stipulating that there is no gentleman's agreements here. It would certainly be interesting.
Nah. Yeah. That's the safe
That is the
safe way
answer.
to do it. For sure.
Unless he's saying North America, in which case America. America. First pick is Overseer. Yep.
Yeah, I'm interested to see this. I'm kind of hoping secretly that someone else plays the Overseer other than Elite Milan. That would just be a curveball.
It certainly would be. But see, now my question would be, who on Morbid Panther is going to be playing that Overseer?
My guess is Xerid, possibly Shadow Nest. I think Ken is probably going to be healing, and Zoeth and Chicken will be filling the roles they've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
With Zoeth probably playing Centurion and Chicken some sort of DPS. They've seemed comfortable in those roles, and I see Xerid and Shadow Nest kind of with the most flexibility overall.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm expecting it out of Xerid, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you don't get to that MMR without, for no reason.
That is true.
I'm sitting here and I'm all sad now. I need to play more PvP. I can get higher than 2K.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the highest I've been.
Anyone
is.
can get higher than 2K. You just got to put in a lot of time and work.
Yep. Now I'm legitimately wondering what the highest I've ever been is. I think I capped out at 250 or no at 2050. I'm bad.
Nah. Of course, playing while streaming is definitely different from just playing.
Right?
In my opinion,
it
completely
is
different.
It is. I don't think a lot of people. I don't think anybody that hasn't streamed can truly appreciate how different it is to try and talk and yay, hey guys, look at me, hey, while playing a game, right?
Like taking some of that focus that you normally, if you play a game somewhat competitively, you want all your focus going in and energy going into that game, but you are intentionally sabotaging yourself basically to interact with your friends and community in chat.
Yeah, and I mean, even at the like least impactful, I'd say it's probably at least 20% of my ability to play goes out the door whenever I'm doing PvP, and that's like the least amount. If I'm tired or I've had a bad day or whatever, it could easily be up to 50%.
Yeah, even more if you're definitely trying to focus on community interaction,
right?
Opposed to gameplay, because sometimes you have those days where you're just like, you know, maybe today I just want to play. I want to kick ass in space, and you guys are kind of going to be along for the ride, and you're going to watch. And then other days you're like, screw doing good in space game.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun.
I'm gonna play Ranger Equalizer all game. I don't play those at all. I've had those days.
Ranger's amazing.
We can agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree. All right, looking at the teams right now, very, very similar.
Got Shadowness on Levy, Vicious Chicken, and Zoeth filling their previous roles of Furion and Centurion. Same with Kent as well. They've definitely kind of gotten into their groove, and they know what they need to do as part of the team, so they're just gonna stick with it.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting one. Hey, wait, isn't this a rehash of round one? It is.
Yes, with I think like one different ship, I think.
Yeah, there's an Overseer on both teams this time.
True, and I believe there was only one heavy as well on.
Yeah, Ragnarok Rave did not have a heavy in that first round.
Yep, and now, so both teams have actually added a heavy as well, with Morbid Panther bringing a Centurion and a Leviathan.
Yeah. That is such an interesting move. I mean, Centurion-Leviathan combo makes a whole lot of sense. You get the boosted damage, and you get that on-demand burst with the Levy beam. However, I didn't see what kind of beam he's taking. I'll check here in a moment.
I'm assuming it's standard.
It is the standard fusion beam.
He's going with standard beam.
So he is opening himself up to a potential cock block with the Protector's disarm, but I don't think that's going to end up happening very often.
No, and when he does get a beam through, it's going to be so much more worth it to have the standard beam over the shock beam, because the reason you pick something with an ability such as the fusion beam is you want that decisive kill power on demand. Like, you want to be able to do 7,000 damage on broken armor with the click of a button.
Yeah. All right. On Vicious Chicken right here, who is very quickly going down, but so is Planet LP, and that is going to be first blood for Team Morbid Panther. And Vicious Chicken goes down
Zoeth
quickly as well.
And Vicious Chicken, really a comfortable pair working together. They've just settled into the Centurion and Furion, and they've just been pairing really nicely.
Doing plenty of work. Gonna go jump on to Elite Milan here. Shadowness he's not an Overseer, he's in a Leviathan. They both have beams, but they're different chips.
He is being overseen, oversawn, overseered by Milan.
Overseered. I like that. Overseered.
He is being overseered, and he is gonna fall. to Elite Milan. Kent Kenobi trying to get some cover behind an asteroid here and jumping out as Grooves approaches, but he's going to make it out.
Looks like Vicious Chicken has Elite Milan dead to rights. He could still escape.
True.
There he goes.
Very
Jump
slippery
comes
ship.
in.
Shield. Gonna give him enough time to make it. Yeah, that's the thing. Overseer is a ship with such high potential.
I used to think after the sniper rework that the Overseer just was not worth it. Just really just didn't make sense as a ship anymore. But after getting my rear end handed to me repeatedly by folks like Elite Milan and Joe the Brave and stuff like that while flying this thing, it really shows that this ship has made out like an absolute bandit with regards to the sniper rework, because
it has
I don't think the skill floor has gotten any lower, but the skill ceiling has shot through the roof.
This is true, and with its kit also evolving in such a way that like it gives you just that much more to work with. So it gives these really talented players a kit that's got everything. Like you've got long range poke damage with your main gun. You've got some CC to line up your laser if you need it. The laser itself doing massive damage on a relatively short cooldown for what it does. And then of course you have a shield and a 3-part boost that can really get you in or out of most situations. So that is a lot of stuff on one ship.
Alright, looks like Shadowness is gonna get picked off right before Gamma starts here. Groove's probably gonna go down as well. Decent chance Elite might get picked off as
some
well.
Cover from Xerid. Will they be able to? They are gonna get him as Gamma starts. Switching to Gamma here. Ooh, not looking good for Morbid Panther.
Not
Only
at
Vicious
all.
Chicken in.
Yep. Looks like
Xerid and Zoeth now joining him, but they've already got 80%.
85, 80, 90%. And there we go, 100%. Ragnarok Rave grabbing that Gamma 1.
That's it.
Yeah. That's really good. It looks like they're going to go for the strong beta push. They are going to pick off Planet LP.
So that pretty much brings them up even with resources. It's a lot of people either don't know about the change a while back that gives you a resource bonus for killing Gamma affected enemies, but it really can help in something like this where if you're like just a little bit behind, so you don't have the same level they do going into a team fight, it can make a huge difference.
It really is. Not so much like a catch-up mechanic, but it is something there to punish people for going, I've got Gamma, I'm invincible! And
it is some form of a catch-up mechanic, but it's not like just killing someone with Gamma is gonna make everything all sunshine and daisies.
Yeah,
it just gives you a little bit more of a chance to contest the power they have with the Gamma buff.
Yeah, it is definitely a nice addition. Hopefully we'll see more with some Gamma changes coming through. Rook setting off his explosion right there. Man, Ragnarok Rave going for the really strong Gamma 1 push here.
Yeah, they're going for the Thorn Castle push.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, it's entirely possible.
Very low here. Gonna get picked.
There we go. We've got the base race going on. Morbid Panther has somebody in, but they're not gonna worry about it. Elite Milan going in. Gonna go cap himself some base.
And use the shield, save himself from Xerid.
But
Man, watching overseers fight is crazy.
yeah. However, Xerid going in
like
for that
watching-
cap got somebody to panic and go back.
Watching two overseers duel is like watching two Genjis fight in Overwatch. It's a lot of dodging and a lot of missing, and it's an intricate dance.
It really is. I need healing spam. That's all that's playing in my mind.
Healing.
I need healing. Ugh. Oh no! Oh no! Rook in Alpha has not closed that forward base yet. Armagëddon in the Protector being the one that has to do it. It looks like we've got a cheeky Shadowness jumping into the enemy base. Oh no.
They are capping as well. 25%.
Morbid Panther getting some stuff ready. Going
Ooh,
for a
is
pick
Shadowness going
on
to
the
make
Leviathan.
it. It looks like he's
Nope.
gonna make it.
No.
26%. Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and they've got a very, very strong push going on in beta here. They're not gonna go for it though. Gamma's
Yeah,
too
it's
close.
too close. Even if they grab the fob, they don't have the time to commit to a push. And Vicious Chicken making it out with well under 1,000 points of health.
Man,
That's crazy.
there's some clinch going on there.
For sure.
The entirety of Ragnarok Rave staying grouped together. They don't want to get picked off. They don't want to get taken out piecemeal. They want to present a very, very strong front. And hopefully get a pick before Gamma comes out. They're going to go for this third mine. Are they going to go and try and take out Zoeth and Kent before going to Gamma? It
missed
looks like they're not.
Harpoon from Grooves means that they were looking for a fight if they could. GB Planet getting melted by Shadowness's beam. Just an unfortunate timing there for him with Shadowness jumping in as he's going home. He's gonna fall. That fusion beam takes no prisoners.
No, I mean he will be up for Gamma, but
Yeah, but
here.
it's an unexpected death like that can kind of hit you, even if you don't lose anything tactically, such as going on respawn for too long, and etc. It can still kind of hit you because you just die out of nowhere, and it's oh no.
Yeah, life comes at you fast. Sometimes life's a fusion beam. Looks like Rook setting up
Pushing
for...
up. Well, Zoeth is sitting back. This is actually what I'd like to see out of Zoeth at the moment. If he was the only heavy, I would like to see him push right into the back line. But he's sitting here shielding his team while the Levy is free to push up.
Rook gonna go ahead and
Both of them
set off.
starting. I believe Rook started
the
his
same
a little
time.
bit first, so I think he's gonna push Zoeth away.
Yeah.
Still gonna catch them though.
Arrogor gonna go down. Vicious
getting low.
Chicken gonna go
Vicious
down soon
Chicken.
as well.
Yeah, he's getting marked. Plus that beam from afar coming out from the Lit Milan.
Mark's going out on Kent Kenobi. He can't purge himself.
Another
Dead
beam.
Grooves. 50%, 60%.
GB Planet
70.
dropping as well. Got Mommy Shroud up right
80.
now. Enough to get 10, but he's
85,
going
90.
down.
That is a Gamma 2 on 3 members of Team Morbid Panther. And it's 3 of the scarier ships in the bunch. A Centurion, a Leviathan, and an Overseer walk into Gamma 2. I'm sure there's more of a joke there, but I don't have it right now.
I can get a pick on Milan as well. And look, they have almost an entire level advantage.
Yeah. Jurg almost getting picked off,
Ooh,
but he is going to make it out.
Nice use of cover there.
A little bit of time being wasted here in Gamma. Oh,
Yeah, Shadowless is gonna lose his buff. There's no way he's getting away from Grooves.
No. You gotta be pragmatic in situations like this. If you've got the advantage and you can kill stuff fast, that's one thing. But if you stay too long, I don't care how forward you're gonna be. If you don't have everybody there, you're gonna end up getting picked off.
Yeah, if you're on the fence,
trying to keep him up, but it's not gonna happen.
And you've got someone who's comfortable on Brawler, like Grooves, who can just hook you from a mile away and pull you to your death, then you gotta be careful and try not to take too many risks. That
is kind of a big misplay right there.
Yeah, and because of that, we've got a broken push here. Two members of Morbid Panther in Alpha, while Zoeth is sitting in Beta, kind of unsure of what to do, it seems.
Yeah. Really?
Vicious Chicken gonna jump out. They still have time to push if they regroup. I would like to see a group in Beta, as 3 of Ragnarok are now in Alpha, ready to defend. No point pushing a lane that they're set up in. Might as well switch to Beta, where you've got your heavy waiting to guard you.
Yeah. Ideally what we would see right now is, with the Leviathan coming back up, 4 members of Morbid Panther would stick themselves in one lane, go ahead and have Shadowless and Leviathan in the other, and then just whichever lane works out better. If you lose a Leviathan, hey, that's fine, you still got 4 other ships in the other lane. If the Leviathan's on his own, I got a jump beacon, guys. Let's party.
It's true. I personally would not have went with their decision to go back into Alpha when Zoeth was perfectly ready to push with the buff, but now he's only got 10 seconds on it, as well as Jarek, and that's going to be running out, so they don't have that to push with.
Yeah. Jump point generator is going to come down from Shadowless in the middle of
That's a good
Alpha.
move. Get Zoeth in the fight, but they've only got about 50 seconds to fight here. Coming a little close. The rough rule is to be out 2 minutes before G2 or G3, just so you don't get caught with your respawn. Because even if you don't die like right before Gamma, the respawns get long enough that you could still miss some of the fight.
Are we going to see a response from Ragnarok Rave here? The entirety of Morbid Panthers here. They're jumping, but are they going to go in? Yeah, they're going in.
I kind of question this.
Yeah.
Ragnarok is set up. They are ready, and they don't have the time to do this. Vicious Chicken's gonna die. They need to just hit 6 now, which they are going to do. Good on them for realizing that was, and hitting 6 when the timer got a little too close.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a questionable push there. They got out of it without losing too many ships. I mean, it's just the one, which it does suck to give up all those minerals just for an aborted push like that. But at the same time, they got away with a whole lot less than they could have gotten away with.
Yeah, that is true. What I would have liked to see out of Morbid Panther there is I would like to see them camp the fob until like a minute 30.
Yeah,
then start jumping out, because they're gonna get 9. Ragnarok Rave is not gonna have 9 for this Gamma, no matter what they do. So they really had nothing to gain pushing 2 minutes to G3, and Ragnarok Rave had everything to lose from not having the mines or their fob.
Ragnarok Rave has set up. Are we going to see... Alright, there's the ping, so we know where everybody's going to end up for Morbid Panther. Let's see how this ends up going. The Leviathan has jumped out on his own, made himself a little bit of a target, but he's not going to get focused. Looks like the call is kind of mixed up because there's really no good decisions to make with that Centurion shield out there. Rook is going to go ahead and position himself. I bet he's going to start his charge here in a moment.
Yeah, he's really looking to just get that backline disrupted. But Zoa deciding to play defensively, again, letting Shadowness push up and pick Arrogger right as Gamma 3 starts.
Grooves gets the hook onto Kent Kenobi. The explosion hits him as well.
Defense drones prolonging his life.
Grooves
A
in that
decent
brawler,
amount,
melting,
enough
Planet
to get
LP
Grooves
melting,
down.
Arrogger melting.
But he is going to go down.
Vicious Chicken down, Kent Kenobi down. That is Gamma 3.
Beautiful.
Wow.
I love this Centurion Levy combo, and they both know exactly what to do. Centurion, normally you don't want to overuse the shield, because if you're shielding, then you're not applying that damage boost.
Yeah.
But when you have a Levy to just push right into the back line, melt the healer, Gamma after Gamma, it's a perfect use of the two heavies in their different kits.
Yeah. I do believe that is the game in favor of Morbid Panther. Congratulations,
good
gentlemen.
Game, well played. Awesome. Really, really great. There we saw kind of a combination of the two strategies we saw in the previous games, with an attempted G1 push and a successful defense, and then the more traditional, I guess you could say, G3 win.
Yeah, that's... While not quite as exciting from a oh my god, the plays kind of perspective, what we saw here was a whole lot of very traditional, very, okay, we're going to go in, we're going to play this smart, we're going to focus fire, we're going to do what we need to do to win, don't try and be fancy, right?
Yeah, it was clean, and there was good communication through both of the teams, really.
Yeah, so congratulations right there to Morbid Panther.
Going to be going on fight Thorn Castle.
Yeah, so we've got 1 or 2 games left. Thorn Castle is currently undefeated. This is double elimination. So, we've got 1 or 2 games left. And we're not going to find out until all y'all find out. Well, we're going to find out like a minute before you guys find out because of the delay. But
True. But this has been really nice so far.
yeah, I mean, it's a bit shorter than previous for the Lolz tournaments, as we only have 4 teams this time as opposed to 6. I don't remember if we had 8 before. I think we might have in one of the earlier ones. But things are progressing real fast because this is the finals now. We've got at most 2 games left.
Yeah, this has been really nice so far. I just like the variety of tactics we've seen. They haven't all been just G2 or G3 pushes. Like that's what you see a lot in pubs. If you have a more uncoordinated set of players, you'll usually see a team winning with G3 and the ability to jump straight in to the enemy base. And on a more coordinated team, you see a lot of G2 pushes. Gamma 2 is very, very strong.
Yeah, it is really nice to see some of the drama go from the late game and be drug, kicking and screaming into the early and mid game.
This is true. With some very interesting plays. Cap races, back caps, some overseer lightsaber dueling, a successful rear jump as well, which you see a lot of rear jumps in tournaments. I say a lot as in 1 per tournament.
Yeah, you have,
and it usually fails. So, but it's really cool to see people pull that kind of stuff and do it successfully.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely gratifying to see something that a lot of people try. I'm looking at you, Pugs. A lot of people try by themselves instead of with their team and see it work.
Yeah. One thing that I'm kind of interested, we haven't seen any dunks yet, other than sort of an infiltrator. It wasn't really a dunk because he didn't leave, but he just used the disarm to cover his retreat back to his side of Gamma. We haven't been any dunks, which would be another kind of questionable tactic. Or if you see someone doing it in Pugs, you're like, oh crap,
Yeah.
this guy is dead. Okay, and Kiker has returned, so I will be taking my leave as
possibly.
I'd like to give Kiker a chance.
Let's check in with the organizer real quick. Foist.
Sure thing. I'm gonna jump into general with them.
Just checking here. Waiting to hear back. About what our setup is going to be. As the Kiker has returned with his fur baby for the finals. So it looks like he will be joining me to cast at least one game. Thank you to Captain Nemo for hanging out with me so far. Doing work with regards to commentating with me. And yeah. Just as soon as Kiker gets down here and set up, we will get this final game rolling.
Hi, the devil.
Oh my God, he's back.
Hi, the devil.
Hey, man.
Did you miss me?
A little bit. You missed some games.
I caught the sort of like the 2/3, probably maybe even more of the last match. That was pretty cool. I just realised I think I've got your audio on in my background.
I will not. I refuse. Okay, I refuse to spoil.
Axel said the first game was insane.
Yeah.
And then
first game was insane. Second the second round, I will not spoil for you because you need to watch it.
Sweet. I look forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I will.
Sweet as. Have we got a multi-twitch setup? I don't know if we've got one.
I don't know
I
a darn
normally
thing
make
about
some
that.
to sort that out, but I haven't done anything yet. I think I've also still got my audio on. Where's this audio coming from, man? Oh, it's my.
You also got your delay set up, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm getting my audio now, right? Like a minute ago. This is why I'm getting audio coming out of every orifice and what's going down. It's alright, everything's fine. It's good. I'm ready for an invite when you're ready, my sir. I don't know what's the situation with the teams.
I'm
when
waiting.
we're
I'm
off
waiting
the
on the previous one to decay so I can send you one more.
Shiny face.
But
Oh, it's been
currently,
it's been an interesting afternoon. It's been an interesting.
I heard. I hope everybody decides to magically get better all of a sudden. That would be good.
Yeah, it should be alright now. It should be alright now. It's home and settled and everything is fine. I'm fine. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like Sod's Law though, isn't it? Sod's Law, it has to be this weekend. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's get this accepted.
All right. There we go. There we go. All right. For this final round, the two teams we have participating are Morbid Panther and Thorn Castle, with Morbid Panther being blue for you. So far, Thorn Castle is undefeated.
As in, they haven't lost their feet yet, or they have.
As in, they have not lost a single
They've
game.
not lost. No feet have gone at all.
No. Morbid Panther.
Sweet.
Morbid Panther is down 1. We've only had 4 teams enter this time around, and so we have at most 2 games left.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Send them to the normal place. I think, depending on Axel was saying, depending on which team wins in this round, it'll obviously lead to a final.
Yes.
So let's hope for a final, because that would be nice to see.
Yes.
It would also be absolutely and utterly crazy, which is what this tournament has got the standards of having to live up to.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we've definitely had really good games so far. So what we need to see now is a victory from Morbid Panther, and then that would net us a final. But
Final.
but having already seen both of these teams play, it's I'm not even gonna attempt to call it, because
that tight, is that what we're saying? That close.
Yes, as always with the for the Lolz tournaments, Exagoras has. I don't know.
Balance.
I don't know what he does to balance the teams as well as he does, but I'm pretty sure
there's some sort of sacrificial stuff going on here.
I was gonna say either. I mean, he's got to be like some sort of wizard or like shaman or something.
He's a wizard, Xerid.
Ah. He's a what? Goodness.
Apparently I'm quiet according to Nemo and Grooves. Harsh.
Alright.
Wait, how is this?
Are you ready, Kiker?
If you turn the volume off and I've just done that, I've blown someone's ears out. I apologise profusely. I'm ready when you are. And when they are. Frontline.
Yeah.
Kent and his sass. No, Bear and his sass even. Sorry, Kent, I apologise.
Alright, as soon as you are ready, sir, we shall begin.
It's lock and load. Oh, let me hit record. Thinking about it. Yeah, I'm 3, 2, 1. You will go on my first whistle.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright, so in this round, both teams are going to be required to take a displacer, with the banned ships being Colossus, Punisher, Basilisk, and Guardian. I really don't think we were ever going to see any of those ships in a competitive environment.
I like it though. That's part of the. I was saying it Axe while I was waiting for the last match to finish.
Mm-hmm.
Axe, let me know about the audio, mate. I don't know if you can. I've just cranked it up. Windows 10 update completely screwed all of my settings on OBS. How atrociously evil is that? But I was saying Axe. It's like some of the. I just love the extremely crazy, like choices and requirements of ships. I was watching the last match. An overseer turned up. I was like, I see lit and an overseer. It's nothing unusual there.
It's funny
Derek
enough.
turned up an overseer in the other team. I was like, Axe, by any chance, is the required ship an overseer?
Yes.
Yes.
Funnily enough, actually, we did see an overseer earlier in the tournament because Elite Milan is. I mean, he's Elite Milan. He's one of those guys that just went, "Oh, overseer, I'm gonna just crap on everybody now."
You know what the next tier of like, let's make this really for the lulz is, you find out, you get everybody to list their 3 favorite ships, and then you ban them from flying those.
Yeah, that is certainly
hilarious.
certainly a way to go about it. All right,
Like anarchy, right? So,
looking at
what's the required ship for this round? Oh, it's Displacer, isn't
Displacer. Yes.
it? Yeah. What is your 5th pick?
Looks like we're getting a Centurion for
Yes.
Thorncastle.
So we've got Zoeth over here in this Centurion.
He's been playing that all tournament to absolutely astounding effect. There we go.
I reckon all of this is riding on Vicious Chicken's use of that plasma flame.
Yeah.
I reckon it is. That's going to be the decider.
This is a very interesting set of ships right here, with Thorncastle definitely going for a buzzsaw style comp, which, I mean, that Infiltrator pick and that Furion pick, I don't know.
That's why I think it's all going to ride on that flamer. It's totally going to ride on that flamer because Xerid, he's a good, don't get me wrong, he's a good infiltrate pilot, but he's not going to be deciding the fights with the damage.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to Gamma, it's all going to be down to that Furion and Furion focusing out people.
Yeah.
All of it's because that's where the real difference is between that and versus the Reaper Interceptor. And you know what a Reaper Interceptor, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
Side by side. So there's that side lands followed by that Gorse. If there's anything left of a ship, that Centurion, that Centurion shield is going to be. I hope it holds fast. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm. All right, there we go.
Okay. Oh, it's so blue.
Currently
Why is
stuck
it so
on
blue?
Bodman's.
I know. Ginger G said he's turned down the blue in this sector because I complained so much about the level of shiny blue in this sector, but it's still so chuffing blue.
Lovely, I like it. I mean, it's no Ruins of Halcyon, but it's all right. I like iced potatoes.
Nice potatoes. I like my potatoes warm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not
Alright.
frozen. These are no January
Just-
potatoes. Got a 3-man push over here in beta.
Yeah.
Reaper Interceptor together with the Centurion. They're taking full advantage of that whole firewall.
Mm-hmm.
Used to love running this the Reaper in Reaper not Scepter Centurion combo with Scaddy back in the day, because you can do anything you want in a Reaper if you've got that Centurion shield in front of you.
Yeah, it is a very, very effective heavy to have. Even like in Pugs, you see a Centurion, you go, it's a Centurion. But as soon as you're in comms with one other person and you have a Centurion, things completely change. Gonna switch over to Alpha real quick here as the
I'm liking
entirety-
this though because
Ooh.
Jaharig read the situation straight up and he knew he wasn't going to be able to contest those 3 ships pointing in. But those 3 ships are completely wasted over there. What they should have done was they should have rotated 2 of them out and left the 1 to deal with the cap. Unless they're going some crazed like level 0 base push, which isn't overly effective, they've lost all control of this other lane because all of their damage, their forward firing damage, and that combo that they've listed in with has just been thrown out the window because it's not capping mobility composition. And Jaharig's just gone round and ignored them altogether and just gone for the mine caps.
Yeah.
They've not really managed to pull much off with it. So I think that is a dead chicken.
Yeah, I mean when you're in a cloaker and the enemy team really doesn't have anything in the there is no detects for Team Thorncastle right there. So Jarig is just going to be able to do really whatever he feels like he needs to do. If he needs to position before AoEing or disarming everybody, he can get away with it. And he's going to use that to absolutely astounding effect. Morbid Panther currently owning most of the map, however, that is about to change. As
It's only 1
Thorncastle-
pick away. It's that phase of the match where it only takes 1 pick in order
Yeah.
for a resource difference to really start to stack up. or to be negated completely.
Gilstone, go ahead and... Wow, going in for the strong push. Going to go ahead and set up on that displacer. Are they going to get the pick? I think they are. No, not quite.
I'm
As
not
he
entirely sure
jumps
what
out.
the... Unless it was just a distraction over in beta. Xerid's just engaged on Bodman's. And done surface damage, nothing too over the top. Unless they was just trying to quite literally cause a distraction so they wouldn't cap the mines and they wouldn't push into Ken.
Yeah, just a little bit of panic this early as both teams are hitting 3 and preparing for Gamma 1.
He might probably very well see that the level, the resource difference now, the mine differential. They're going to have to spend time, Kent here, spend time capping those mines before they can get in position for Gamma. This is going to put them at a serious disadvantage. And I know it's only Gamma 1, but when you've got organized team play, although it is only Gamma 1, it can make quite a bit of difference. Oh wait, no. I don't know if you've seen in beta, but it looks like someone might have jumped out prematurely.
That is exactly what happened. And so Morbid Panther currently has the advantage when it comes to mines, and that is going to cost Thorncastle quite a bit, even if they don't end up doing anything.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
Did you see that? Was nice. That was new. But the concept.
Yeah.
That was a really tasty concept. I don't know if this has happened yet. No, because there's not been a displacer, has there? But the so far in this series of events, I don't think I've ever remember seeing someone trying to displace an overcharging Centurion into the enemy team.
No,
and I really like that because you could start to charge out of combat and people don't expect it, and then you shove them in. I like it.
It's one of those things that it seems like everybody would be doing. Just as soon as you see it. Why haven't I thought of this? As Shadowness goes down to a well-placed Goss, Vicious Chicken now getting focused, and he's going to go ahead and fall. That is going to be Gamma 1 for Team Thorncastle. For all 5 of them, are they going to get any more picks?
It's one of those rare occasions where split fires actually worked out really effectively. Though Xerid, can he get into cover? I think he's safe, I think he's fine.
Yeah, he's able to get that
Got
AoE
that cloak
disarm
on.
off.
Centaurus is desperately trying to get the pick before he dies, but he's shooting in completely the wrong direction. Xerid's gonna, I was gonna say, he's gonna drop out a cloak just for that cheeky little love tap out the door.
Gilstone's gonna be able to make it out.
That was a pretty resounding, aggressive push. I didn't, with them being late to Gamma, and initially looking like they got the mine deficit, although they went into Gamma obviously with the greater mine portion. I really didn't think they were going to pull it off that concisely, but they did. To be fair, they did.
Alright, sticking on Raveron here as the entirety of Morbid Panther has decided to stick to beta as they want to go ahead and counter push where they think there's going to be a counter push. And even if there's not a push here in beta, they're gonna make a push here in beta. Thorncastle.
Question is what they're going to achieve with this level 1 Gamma, but
we've seen some stuff. We've seen some stuff with the Gamma 1.
Seen stuff, man.
Oh,
nice,
I said I wasn't going to spoil the match for you, but I will say we've seen some stuff.
Considering who has got the Gamma 1 buff, I really like the fact that they're taking the advantage of having a 5 versus 4. Which is nice to see them pushing into it aggressively rather than allowing the enemy team to take control of the situation. What were the team names again? Apologies, Eric.
We've got Morbid Panther for you in blue and Thorncastle for you in red.
Thanks, dude. Much appreciated.
Okay.
That's some interesting placement coming out of Reaper and Scepter, and I think it's going to be close. Oh wait, I was going to say no. He managed to grab himself some cover. Is he going to get away from Zoeth though?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do it.
Oh, it's close.
Oh, he just barely makes it out thanks to Bodman's.
Bodman's has put himself in an awfully open position.
Meanwhile, in Alpha, Jerk's just, hey man, I'm gonna cloak her. I'm gonna cap stuff.
You don't need me over there, do you guys? You don't need me. No, I'm just gonna go and.
I'm gonna cap this forward base. I'm gonna make you panic a bit, but I'm gonna go home. You ain't gotta worry about me. I'm just very scary. Oh,
there we see that combo that we were talking about earlier. That's a 5-man push.
That is a 5-man push. I wasn't even expecting that.
Gamma, do they? They really don't care about that Gamma.
I mean, they've got a 5v3 right now, so why not give it a shot? They're going to be able to... the focus fire isn't coming out, though. If they could kill that Furion faster, they could actually make this work, but they're currently not doing it.
Unless, I was going to say Bear. They've got Bear down. But guess what, Bear? There we go.
Especially...
trade.
Especially coming in level 5 versus level 6. That's just not going to end up being worth it. If Morbid Panther is...
16%. And keeping they've still got the gate open as well. They need to get the cap. They need to get their gate closed.
Yeah, the entirety of Thorncastle is down though, so everybody from Morbid Panther is going alpha right now or into gamma.
Straight, I was going to say they're going through. I like this placement from Shadowless.
He's
gonna, rather than chance anyone see him jumping through, he's going to go through the gamma jump.
Yeah.
For those people who aren't aware, obviously you can jump from gamma through to the enemy home base.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also considerably safer because you don't tend to get snuck up on as much because people don't expect it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Team push, care push.
There we go.
This is that's coming up on a level lead. It's much more effective as well. Obviously the gamma's worn out now, but they've got that 20% cap and it's still slow ticking.
All right, there we have.
Unfortunately, though, the team is trickling in rather than doing it. Yeah, they're gonna have to abandon this, or they're gonna sacrifice the gamma too, and that it would be enough for them to then lose the game. Oh, the picks on the way out the door.
But still, even though losing Shadowness right there, that's what 200 or 300 minerals for 21% on the enemy base, and they got how many kills defending?
Team wipe it was. Full team wipe they managed to pull off, to be fair to them.
Yeah,
both teams are going to stabilize now. They're going into... This is the interesting point, though. I'm wondering if we're going to see people trying to grab sneaky mine caps before leading to gamma. There's one from each team. Bobman's over here going for the mid-mine. Who's this? And Kent, Paladin for Paladin, trying to swap mid-mines pre-gamma fight.
Aggressive healers doing aggressive healer things.
This is interesting because they know Jaharig's in here, and their detection is still trying to cap lanes in the opposite direction. both Paladins focusing on trying to swap mines. There's probably a little bit of mine game going on there, you know what I'm saying? But Jaharig still sat in the middle of this team. Not too much he can do. Could you imagine if he could launch those ion drones without dropping?
That would be
fun he would have right now.
That would be so good.
Kent's getting lit up on the way in. The teams come in together, coordination, so that they don't end up with any picks. And there's Zoeth going straight in again with that displacer trick. They're trying to push him real deep into the enemy lines.
And
he's got that damage down where he needs it. Pushing on the squishies.
Yeah, pushing him out, getting it on the squishy DPS. While Jurg is sitting here harassing Bodmans.
It's going to have him. Oh, no. Oh, the whole of the fire base. I've just responded to Jaharig, and they're just saying no. You're not taking him. No.
Yeah. Oh man, just one ship after another on either team. Pick. There we go. 3 down for Thorncastle. 50% cap for Morbid Panther. There we go. Morbid Panther with 3 members acquiring Gamma 2.
Shouldn't be enough to end it with the skill of the players that are here and how.
No, and in fact, even though they have mines, and yeah, if you've got mine advantage, go ahead and fight whatever. There's just the one ship here. I'm really not sure that it's a good idea to go ahead and stick there and fight. I would have gone out and gone for a push, but it looks like that's what we're going to get.
I probably would have done the same, to be fair.
But
I don't know though. Off the back, if you remember the Gamma 1 fight, it was the team that should have really been defending that did all of the aggressive plays. So
yeah,
I'm intrigued to see what happens with this now.
So
I think
here
as well,
we go.
ideally, if you were going to choose 2 ships on that team to have the gamma buff, it would have definitely been the Infiltrator and the Paladin. They probably would have benefited most from it. So it's unfortunate that they're the only 2 didn't manage to pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah, but still, I mean, with the Centurion, the Furion, and Displacer, you've got something really tanky that's even tankier now. You've got, and 2 ships that were really deep sea that are even more deep sea now. So as much as it's not ideal to not have that gamma buff on everybody, you've got it on some really, really effective ships.
Completely agree. I think it's nice to see that they've not panic reacted to this Gamma 2 or this half Gamma 2 push. And
Yeah.
they counter-capped the opposite lane, knowing that they need to keep mind control if they have any intention of coming back from this engagement.
Alright. The
I'm not
entirety...
entirely sure about this forward placement, I won't lie.
Yeah. Shadow
Probably
miss.
wanted to have come out. You want to take advantage of those firing arcs on the Reaper and the Interceptor, and you can't really do it from that position.
And,
Flat
oh,
positioning
Gillstone
is
getting tossed away due to the physics on the base.
That's gonna be wasted.
Yeah, that is a lot
It's a
of
shame.
power going away.
It's a shame Mr. Displacer wasn't behind him. A nice counter push would
Oh,
have been there.
Displacer pushing. Still, the
They're trying
cap's
to
coming
focus down
through.
Vicious Chicken. They're definitely concerned about that DPS coming out of Vicious Chicken.
Yeah, Mr. Bear is currently going down 60%, 70%,
Not making full use of that base cover.
80.
Though I do like this Reaper Interceptor sandwich
90.
that's going on at the moment.
Not 90.
They're focusing down Centaurus.
Now 90.
That's it. That's game, I'd say.
That is most certainly game. Congratulations to Morbid Panther. And that means we are going to have a final.
I'm so excited.
There we
This
go.
tournament never fails to deliver.
There
Never
we
fails to
go.
deliver. Never.
Absolutely fantastic plays by both teams there.
I really didn't think they were going to get it off the back of that Gamma 2 push there, you know. I really didn't think it was going to get it.
We've been seeing a whole lot of the what you would traditionally think of as the late game aggression being moved into the early and mid game. So
Good to swap it up. Good to keep it fresh, definitely.
yeah.
Whilst
So-
we wait for that to load, I'm just going to respond to those folks in chat that come in a little bit late.
I'm gonna acquire some water.
Sorry, apologies guys. I can see there's a wall of text here for those of you who've just turned up. I'm a little bit late into the party. There was some unforeseen events. During commentary for the tournaments, we don't tend to respond to chat. We try and keep the focus on the gameplay itself. So I'm going to work my way through this chat now and what I've missed. Hey, Badworm. Thanks for the bits as well, Badworm. Much appreciated, dude. Thank you kindly. Seth, you should have got the names. I did see that, which is why we asked Xerid to recap them. I'm hoping you got that. Ah, wait. Bruce got you covered. It's good. It's good. Done a tournament before, not for the Lolz tournament now. It was done before, was it Acid? I don't remember that. But I will trust you. Why no ugly fucker vid tonight? The stream you started. Bad, you're so sassy. Thanks, Seth. I appreciate that greatly. His face knows no blemish. You are such a smoothie, Sethy. Such a smoothie. No man beard, no real Kaika. It's still there. It's just more kept. Acid. I apologize profusely. Man beard is even Kaika's final form. Super Saiyan. Ah, talking. That's obviously not Super Saiyan, but that's just what came to mind.
There we go. I got water.
Please change from glowing green. What? You were very glowy greeny, to be fair.
All right. Ooh, we do have. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh
Contrast
boy.
is set too high on Badworm's computer, I think.
So we have an update because we are having a tiebreaker. We are getting new ship rules. So we have 4 banned ships that are completely different from the ones we had before. We are having banned the Centurion, the Infiltrator, the Furion, and the Leviathan. We have seen a Centurion in every single game so far, and we've seen an Infiltrator in every single game so far. I don't remember if we've seen a Furion in every single game. I think we have, and we've seen the Levy in at least one. We have not seen a Superlifter, though. So, I'm seeing Buzzsaw comps, really. I'm seeing Reaper, Infiltrator, Brawler.
It's nice though. I like it rather than sort of a really slow, triple heavy approach.
Yeah. I think it would be... I think...
They don't allow for sexy plays, do they? Let's face it. You don't get a sexy play when you turn up with 3 heavies. You get really slow, trudging through mud.
Yeah, you get the really... I don't want to say boring, but it's
slow, less high octane, high octane. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that slow. Oh God, what was that movie where one guy is like sitting in the steamroller and Will Ferrell's playing a mall cop, and he's or not Will Ferrell, some guy is sitting there playing a mall cop. And he's like, the steamroller is going forward very slow, and the mall cop's just sitting there. No!
I know what you mean. Is that film, in fact, called Mall Cop? I think it might be.
No, it's not Mall Cop. It's something else. I don't remember what it is.
For breath halfway through so that he can carry on screaming.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
That is what triple heavy is. It's that steamroller, and you can't move out of the way.
No, and it's effective, don't get me wrong, it is definitely effective, but it's just not magical. It's not Reaper Interceptor facing off against the Furion, is it? That's what it isn't.
Mm-mm. Oh man, this is gonna be good.
Folks in chat, can you let me know if the audio balance is all right? Because obviously, as I was saying before, we've had some Windows 10 updates that have messed around with the OBS settings, so the balance may be slightly out.
Yep. Earth thing getting messed with.
It's a bad worm assassin over here. How you doing, bad worm? You alright, mate? My ruler is too long. I need to fold it in half to get an accurate measurement. Are you using euphemism, Axa? I'm there if you are, mate. I'm there if you are. I just use one of them. You know the clicky wheel things that you move along? You're familiar with them, aren't you, Xerid? That's what you use to measure yours, isn't it? You know the 1 meter round discs that you move it along. It goes click, 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 click at every 1 meter.
Oh yeah. The ones that you like roll on the ground.
Yeah. That's what we use, Axa. That's what you might want to try and make life much easier.
Alright, just waiting on everybody to get ready.
I'm later now. Thanks, Nemo. Cheers, dude. Yell. I don't really yell on command. You make sick play, I'll yell for you. How's that? It's like an excitement factor. The yells are not bottled.
Right.
It's not filmed in front of a live yelling audience. They're all spontaneous. What's the weight? I don't know. I've kind of taking a back seat on this one, Grooves. I'm letting Xerid lead because I've come in like halfway through. I'm letting him steer the boat. So I am a man without a rudder, but a full wind at my sail.
Currently, I think we're waiting on the teams to kind of set themselves up as for this very, very last game of the tournament.
Final countdown.
We've had some ship bans that we've seen. You know, we've seen these ships in every single game so far. That, and I think...
Is that Team Morbid on the
we had a
left?
crash.
Team 1, is that Team Morbid?
For you... no, Morbid Panther will
that?
be in blue. So it's the team on the right. Team Thorncastle is on the left. They'll be in red for you.
What I was going to say was Thorncastle's lost its stones. It's like what I did there.
But if it's a Thorncastle, did it have stones to begin with? This is some elvish castle bullshit.
Oh, I love it. Wouldn't be plus it wouldn't be a full Lolz tournament without a massive delay between rounds.
Gotta have at least one.
Massive delay and technical issues.
Yeah.
I haven't crashed yet, which is a little bit weird. I haven't suffered any internet connection issues, which is also a bit weird. I don't know what's going on.
We've still got time. We got plenty of time.
Yeah, I suppose. Right at the pinnacle of the next match, that's where it's going to all sort of, my internet's going to drop and I won't know what happened, and then I'll have to tune in next week for the thrilling conclusion. It's the story of my life.
Yeah.
What you having for dinner, Xerid?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. You wanna know what I'm having for dinner?
Yes.
I'm gonna have fish and chips, Xerid. Fish and chips.
I hate you so much.
Come on, doesn't mean I show you the best fish and chip shop in Mid Wales.
Man. See, now you're just making me want to go back and visit.
I can't believe you came over and weren't like, hey, okay, we should catch up. Just like, no, just didn't even bother. Asshole.
Yeah. I am not a nice man.
Grooves is offering to carry people. Do you reckon he'll do it for us as well? Got in a
Maybe.
game with frickin' Snedge and Rob last night and expected them to carry me so I could just talk to chat. No. Made me do work. Was a bit disappointed in that one.
Yeah.
I'm blaming Snedge. It's all his fault.
It's generally the best practice. It's just blame Snedge. It's what I hear. Just everybody does all the time.
It's usually because he's at the root of the trouble.
Yeah.
They are off, Nemo. So I'm not entirely sure what's happening there. You mean the logo when you say the overlay? You mean that? The notifications are off, so I don't know why it sounded. Unprofessional. GG! I'm feasting on an anguish of my fallen enemies. Sounds like a ginger gladiator, yeah, to be fair. He sat there with a straw directly into the soul of his fallen enemy. Always drink their souls.
There we go.
Sirloin steak, chips, mushrooms, asparagus, peas, and a pepper sauce. Well, evidently it's Mrs. Badworm cooking, isn't it? Because if it was you cooking, dude, you'd be having frickin' bangers and mash at best. Maybe a ham sandwich.
Ham is the inferior lunch mate.
I think your version of ham is to ours though, because we've got like quite a range of variety of ham. It's like sandwiches are a big thing over here.
Yeah,
like a big thing, which is probably wet. We need to go to the other end of town. Can I get carry? I like it. But so I think there's a lot of different. There's a lot of craftsmanship that goes into it. Even your garden variety sandwich as a British person. And you can get judged by the presentation of a sandwich, just like when you invite someone over for tea and biscuit. If you don't provide the caliber of required biscuit, you're gonna get judged. There's nothing about it. I'm sorry, folks. It's a rule in Britain, and any British person will tell you, if you invite someone over for a brew, and you don't provide, like the stages of biscuits, and if you, depending on how much you're trying to impress someone, if you mention that there are going to be biscuits and you don't make the highest like quality of biscuit available, it's not going to go in your favor. Now, if you invite them over for a brew and you don't mention biscuits and you bring out a subpar biscuit, it's more socially acceptable. But if the biscuits are incorporated into the brew invite as a thing, then you better bring your A game. That's all I'm going to say.
See, this is why I could never be anything other than American. Because I mean, you invite somebody over, and you ain't gotta feed them. You ain't gotta do shit.
Just be grateful.
Yeah.
I let you in my house.
Yeah. Hi, I'm existing in the same place as you. Welcome to my domicile. Should you require something, ask. If I tell you no, deal with it.
Getting forced. I do like Axe has got his own custom enforcer. My devs have got their own. Each have got their own custom call shout out on the bot. Ready? Hold up, someone left. Okay. I've got their own shout out on the bot. Each of them has their own shout out. Axe has gone to the nth degree with his shout out. He's actually set it up with really random lettering, so it looks. It's impeccable. It's definitely impeccable. But it's an absolute pain in the ass to try and execute as well. Yeah, it's a copy paste job for me, for sure. I have got like a normal like keyboard rather than whatever the fuck it is that Axe is using. What's going on with chat? Yes, a little bit of a on the shore, as long as I don't have to carry your bike too. To dessert the lamentation. I saw dessert on the lamentation of their women. Beautiful, Ginger. Beautiful. Bravo. Hell no, I'm trained chef. Did it for 20 years. Cooking bangers and mash for 20 years, bad worm does not count. She'll tell you she hates cooking, apart from the Polish food. That's fair. They have good sausage in Poland. Get forced, you sexy bitch. I love it. Okay, Coco, just giving you a hard time. You work away, Nemo, but do realise the more of a hard time you give me, the more of a hard time I will give you back. I basically live with 78. You know what that means. It's the best. I love the puns. Keep them going. You did the thing amazingly, Accent. Not Accent, Nemo even. I will get you and your missus up to York sometime. You'll see who's cooks. I'll take you up on that invite, man. I will take you up on that invite, but I'm pretty sure it's still going to be Mrs. Badworm, and she's going to be out back working in the kitchen, and you're just going to claim all the credit. It's a Nordic keyboard. I want a Nordic keyboard now. Does it come with like little heavy metal dudes on there? Stuff? Does your keyboard come with long hair?
That seems like it would be a bit of a pain.
I think it probably would. Maybe Mohawk would be alright. Does it try and pillage the local villages? Does it steal all of your alcohol, your women, and anything that's shiny in your house? This is what I envisage from a Nordic keyboard. I could possibly be slightly off the mark there. But I wish we could do some sort of shadow puppets while we wait.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Waiting.
Should do a little duet while we wait. Anybody know any shanties? Nemo, what boy? You must know some sea shanties. Come on, hit me up with a sea shanty. You can do it. Where's 78 tonight? Probably playing D&D, bad. I'd have thought.
Playing D&D. Only nerds play D&D.
He's deeding up. Did it up. He's pretty good as well, to be fair. His attention to detail is prolific, and his luck is ridiculous. I'm getting hungry as well, Axis. Talk of fish and chips. I think there's still a delay. Global warming must be. We're still waiting on one. Okay, no, we're ready. According to Kent.
All right. Finally.
It's past
We
eternity.
can play some Fractured Space.
It sounds like you said it like whatchamacallit from Rick and Morty then.
What can we call
What's
it?
the name of the character? Can't think of the name of the character. Folks, obviously, just a quick one in case you aren't aware, or this is just the first time you've seen a Stone tournament. Obviously, when it comes to commentary time, we don't tend to respond to the chat. That's just normal procedure. If you do ask any questions, nobody can answer them, or they're useless, but we will get back to you after. Well,
Yeah.
The final, Xerid!
Yeah. And
That's
we're
like final plus.
yeah, and both teams are being forced to take a super lifter too. That's not something you see. You don't see a super lifter outside of pugs generally. It's not that it's a bad ship, it's just that the HPS is really, really low. Whoa.
I was just thinking, some people view the super lifter as like the there's a couple of different ways to look at it. It's like it's the selfish healer, or it's the capping ship that also heals. I think that was my favorite one. Is it being the capping ship that also heals.
Wow, we are seeing.
I really like this paragon.
A Paragon pick from Mr. Bear. Wow, I like the entirety of Thorncastle over here went and like they immediately all clicked in with their ships, and it was really, really interesting seeing this particular comp.
With the time they've had to discuss, obviously we're waiting for Reigns. I think you just thought everybody would be pretty ready to lock in what they've got. But Xerid, I said Xerid took his time choosing that, especially picking it into a Paragon. That's a little bit unusual.
Yeah.
There's a lot of symmetry again between these teams. You'll see what I'm saying in a second. I always find it really odd when you've got a forced pick to not put it out there first if you can. But I guess their designated superlifter pilot was unfortunately last pick, which is a shame.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But man, that Zoeth's gonna have a lot of trouble in that Ghost, having to deal with a Paragon and a Punisher. Ugh.
I'm just waiting for all the meme flags to come up in the end results and the post-match chat, and everybody get excited about seeing that Paragon turn up. Because I'm an avid fan of the Paragon, but because of its tanking ability and because of its crowd control or unconventional crowd control, because nothing flushes a light out of cover like a series of bombers flying in on them. You need to get something out of cover. You send bombers because it's a win-win situation.
We also we do have a double heavy with the Paragon and Aegis combo. Couple that with those heal suppression drones. Man, Team Thorncastle is looking very, very mean. Just based on comp, I'm gonna give it to Thorncastle, but I mean, this is Fractured Space. Comp doesn't mean nothing, but oh man, you can play a comp wrong.
I think it's gonna. Ooh, that side was just out of range as well.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna boil down to the Ghost. I think Xerid is gonna be make or break based on his behavior. 4-3 in beta, as well. They're liking this 4-1 split.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Dropping down the plasma right there.
Is that Xerid? I guess he might have been alt tab. You'd have thought though that they'd probably have sent Xerid to be the solo capper rather than putting Kent in a lane on his own event.
Maybe.
You'd have thought. Because let's face it, the Venture is a fire support / heal support ship, not traditionally found roaming space on its own.
No, but what you can do, and I've seen it done to really great effect. With the Venture being a jack of all trades, master of none, there is one area where it does kind of edge out, as opposed to other medium ships, and that's how tanky it is. Not even factoring in the heal, right? Which is
people seriously underestimate
huge.
The vent because it obviously the damage drop off and the engagement range is, should we say, poor, and it doesn't look like it's got the largest of health bars. But you're right, I completely agree. The tank factor of it, especially when it throws down that boy, people rock up on a vent, especially because it's a starter ship as well. They really underestimate. They rock up on a vent thinking it's going to be a walk apart, and then they get their grill kicked in, and it bloodies your face. Even if you, there's a pick, so I say, even if you you manage to get out of the engagement, you're still going to think to yourself, "Wow, I just went 10 rounds with Adventure at that point. It isn't comfortable."
Yeah.
The kit is just so nicely branded with that armor break as well, and the consistent damage from that laser. Shadowness. This is the second time he's doing this now, jumping out under full volley of the enemy team, making full use of that shroud.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mommy Shroud doing
that was
work.
Close.
Mm-hmm.
He is definitely not running a utility duration crew.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Very, very questionable move there. In my humble opinion, you don't take a Reaper out without utility duration. It's just not something you're supposed to do. You're not allowed.
Yeah, I don't tend to run too much utility duration on a lot of ships, but it's just too good on the Reaper to pass it up.
Yeah.
Just to ignore it. It's just too good. Too good.
Jurg currently being revealed. Are they going to be able to make a pick on him? Oh, Kent! Getting smacked around a bit.
He's going to make it.
No! He's going to be up for Gamma, but that
He's going to be late to the party, which he doesn't really after. This leaves this lane to be fully capped as well. They need to push in the counter lane. Shadowness should not be trying to engage this. He should not be trying to apply pressure. There's nothing he can do here.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be late if he stays around for that cap.
He's going to end up getting picked off at this rate.
Yeah, way too aggressive. Let's say even if he was waiting for the counter cap after they left, Bodmans, I'd have just left Bodmans there to deal with him and delay him getting to Gamma.
Yeah, and there we go. Team Thorncastle currently. Oh!
Kent's first in for the party, considering he was dead.
Yeah,
and
it's
he's
pretty
first in
good.
Gamma. What is going on with the rest of the...
is going and capping that mid mine. However, the entirety of Thorncastle has showed up to Gamma 1.
They've got a nice spread as well, not too clumped together, but far enough apart that counter Aegis play isn't gonna absolutely crush them. They're grouping. They are grouping.
But
there's that death ball.
It's already over. It's already over. As long as they don't jump inside the death ball,
I'm an
they'll be able to
avid
get out
fan
just fine.
of the enemy team getting Gamma 1 and then you killing them all. I'm a big proponent of making sure you pick them off and getting the extra resource out of it.
Yeah. If you can pull it off consistently, it's not bad. But
well, they're gonna get Bodmans.
Yeah, they are gonna get Bodmans.
We did see what was achieved in that last match with that Gamma 1.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it was the defending team that got the push on. So
yeah, I mean, still, that's 4 people with Gamma. As much as the Venturer can benefit from it, it's also a ship that isn't going to suffer nearly as much as the rest for not having it. You're not really getting a whole lot in the way of DPS. The tankiness does help. The utility cooldown is absolutely wonderful, but you're still going to be really effective.
You've noticed this beta push.
This is
too slow.
This has been something that's been pretty consistent. The
aggression coming out of the enemy team, obviously not having achieved Gamma, they've gone straight for that counter push, and they're ahead. They're going to force a fight in the enemy home base.
Oh, Jurg coming in early. Is he going to get... Oh, buoy detected. That is a very dead ghost.
I don't know, he could make it to cover.
Oh, it looks like they are all jumping through. The Gamma 1 push
I can't say
real.
As I blame them.
I mean, why not?
And they are spread thin over here as well. They've not really got any decent position.
They need to pick their target. Currently there is no focus fire.
They're just trying to grab some cover.
There we go. Focus firing on the Venturer, not the worst decision.
But Jaharik's coming in behind. They've not noticed him.
Yeah.
Can they get the pick on Ken?
Currently at 45% cap.
To it. He's committing to that dive on Ken. And he's going to get it as well, I think.
Oh, the death ball coming in,
That
doing
is a
plenty
big
of
death ball.
damage.
But it's not going to be enough to take out any. Oh no, I take it back. Bodman's is big.
Bodman's is gone down. Kent is going to go down as well. Cap continues.
Joharic's not making it out of this.
Yep, 70,
There he goes.
80%.
That
This
should be
might be
game.
the game. 90.
Shadowness doing what he can, but he's split across multiple targets.
And that is the
Not-
game. Congratulations to Team
Victory.
Thorncastle for winning. This is... I'm sorry I have to spoil it. This is the second Gamma 1 push victory we have witnessed today. This is the second game that has been... I don't think this one quite reached 10 minutes. I know for sure the first one was less than 10 minutes. But... wow. That is
I loved it.
absolutely fantastic.
And this is why I absolutely love this tournament, because it provides some of the weirdest and most entertaining results you get out of a Fractured Space
Yeah.
event. Look at those scores. Look at the caps. Look at everything on that board.
Yeah. Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! It really, it seemed like such an even game, but now to be here and see the caps, that tells an entirely different story, right?
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely and utterly crazy. What makes it even
Wow.
better was it wasn't even the team that capped Gamma 1.
Wow! Yeah. Jeez.
Nice.
Congratulations.
I'm definitely glad I made it back to the end. I'd have been sorely disappointed if I'd have missed this. Let's respond into chat. Badman has left. Sorry, Mr. Bad, if you're still there, mate. If you still hear me, apologies, dude.
Wow.
Access says this is exactly what I wanted, and it never ever fails to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
So, see, how you doing, mate? How are you doing? You streaming that? I haven't heard. It's Fractured Space, my friend, and this is a tournament, which is why I was. Yeah, this is why I wasn't responding to chat.
Yep.
Uh,
Absolutely fantastic. Goodness gracious.
I
Well,
was going to say, I thought you already knew it was Fractured Space. I got slightly confused then. What was going to say Dead Star?
and that's it. Yeah, thank you all for joining us. In order to, make sure we get things rolling along VOD wise, I'm gonna go ahead and shut off my stream, so that way as soon as the delay finishes, the upload finishes, I can start throwing it on the YouTubes for those of you that would like to see that.
What I'll probably
Alrighty.
do is, if you could, once it's done, if you could drop me a link.
I will
I'll
be.
put my 2 games up. Obviously, the first one there, unfortunately, we missed it. And if you're putting anything up Nemo, do let me know as well.
Alrighty.
Comment section on my videos when they go up, which should be this week. Well, no, only this week, maybe. Yeah. So for those late comers, apologies. That's pretty much the end. But I might be about later. You never know. I've got a play date, so it depends on how that goes. I've also got a date with dinner, fish and chips for the win,
Yeah.